Hi guys, you're welcome to Allogenous Ideas. Today I'm going to be doing an introduction to Python. So this is going to be the beginning of a series actually, and in this series we are going to be taking Python in depth, one topic at a time. So in this video I'm going to be doing an introduction to Python, all there is to know about Python programming. So, what is Python? Python is a high level interpreted programming language known for its simplicity and readability. Okay, it was created by Guido van Rossum and it was first released in 1991. Python has become one of the most popular programming languages worldwide. It emphasizes code readability, allowing developers to express concepts in fewer lines of code than might be possible in languages such as C++ or Java. All right. So, reasons for increasing popularity. Python's popularity can be attributed to several factors. I think top on the list will be the fact that it has a clear syntax, it is way more readable, it makes it an excellent choice for beginners, fostering a large and active community. Alright, the language's versatility enables it to be used in various domains from web development to data science, artificial intelligence. We have cyber security. You can also use it for so many other things, for web scraping, a lot of things that you can do with Python. All right, and you can also use it in embedded systems as well. This versatility is one of the reasons why it's a popular programming language. Additionally, Python's open source nature encourages collaboration and development of a vast ecosystem of libraries and frameworks. If you go to the PyPI website where you have Python packages that you can install using pip, you have a lot of packages that you can install. We have the Faker, we have the Django, and we even have Django REST frameworks, which you can build APIs using Python. So it has a vast ecosystem. All right. So let's talk about the language features of Python. So the first feature, we have a lot of features, but these are the ones that I believe um, will be needed, will be good for you to know at the beginning now. So the first thing is that Python is an interpreted language, okay, which means that Python's code is executed line by line by an interpreter. This allows for dynamic and interactive programming, making it easier to test and debug your code. Unlike compiled languages, there is no need for a separate compilation step. Python code can be run directly without the need for an intermediate machine learning code, a machine level code rather. So we have compiled language and we have interpreted language. A good example of a compiled language is Java and C++. All right, and C. But Python is interpreted. For you to execute Java, you need to compile the whole code. It will debug the code, generate the binaries, then it will send it to the machine to execute. But in the case of Python, it is the interpreter that is executing your code. The interpreter itself is interpreting the code basically. Okay, so it is one of the reasons why Java is faster than Python. It's because on the long run, it is the machine itself that is executing the Java code. But in the case of Python, it is an interpreter that is basically interpreting the code straight away. So it's one of the reasons why Python is slow compared to Java. So we also have platform independence. Python is a platform independent language, which means that Python code can run on different platforms without any modification. The interpreter translates the Python code into intermediate code, which is then executed by the Python virtual machine. This portability is particularly advantageous for developers working in diverse environments, all right, as they can write code on one platform and run it on another platform without any major form of modification that you have to make. All you need to put in place in the environment is just the Python interpreter. If you can have the Python interpreter in that environment, the environment will run Python effectively. All right. So another language feature is the Python is free and it's open source. Okay, it is free to use and distribute, and its source code is open to the public. Its open source nature encourages collaboration and community driven development. The Python Software Foundation manages the language's development, ensuring transparency and continuous improvement. This accessibility has contributed significantly to widespread adoption and the creation of a vibrant ecosystem of libraries and frameworks. Okay, so we also have high level language. Python is a high level language, so abstracting many low level details and providing a more straightforward syntax. This allows developers to focus on solving the problem and not and implementing the algorithm without getting too concerned about the system interests. All right. So the high level nature of Python makes it an excellent choice for beginners and experienced developers alike. All right. So it is also embeddable. Okay. So you can Python is embeddable in other languages too, allowing developers to incorporate Python code within applications written in languages like C or C++. For example, you can write a function in C language, and you import your C function into Python. I think you generate the binaries for the C. You use a C library in Python to bring the function into Python, and that way you can write C and Python in the same project. C is faster to execute. So in an environment where you can run C and Python, you can make your program faster by writing some of the integral functions in C, then use Python to execute them. So you can see the embeddable nature. This feature enhances the extensibility of applications, enabling developers to use Python for specific functionalities without rewriting the entire code base. All right. Embedding Python is particularly valuable for extending and customizing software applications. We also have the rich library support. Python boasts a vast and comprehensive standard library offering a wide range of modules and packages for various tasks. This rich library support simplifies development as developers can now leverage existing modules to perform common operations without reinventing the wheel. Additionally, Python Package Index, which is the PyPI, hosts an extensive collection of third party libraries and frameworks, further expanding the capabilities of Python for different applications. All right. So, I would like to talk about a few applications of Python. We have a lot of them, but these are just a few of them. So, the first one, web development. This is my favorite because I'm a web developer. So, Django and Flask are popular frameworks for building web applications, but you can also use Pyramid, Web2Py, and Bottle. They are also used for web development. Then we have data science and machine learning. So NumPy and SciPy are for scientific computing, basically. Pandas for data manipulation and analysis. We have scikit-learn for machine learning tasks. Then we have TensorFlow and PyTorch for deep learning. So if you want to go into the field of AI, you can as well start your journey by learning Python, then you work your way up from there. So we also have for data visualization, we have Matplotlib, we have Seaborn, and for machine learning, we also have scikit-learn. Yes, you can see scikit-learn over here. So another application we can talk about is automation and scripting. So you can use it to automate repetitive tasks. Automation of system administration tasks is prevalent with Python. All right. So we also have databases. We have SQL Alchemy, which facilitates database interactions. So Django ORM and Flask's SQL Alchemy simplifies database operations in web applications. So you will not have to write, for example, in Django, you won't have to write any form of SQL at all. All the SQL you have to write have been written for you in these libraries, the Django ORM and the Flask SQL Alchemy. All you have to do is just call a few functions and you are good to go. All right, it simplifies the process a lot. So then we also have scientific and numeric applications. Python is employed in various scientific research and numeric computations. Libraries like Matplotlib and Seaborn are used for data visualization, like I said the other time. So we also have finance and trading. If you want to do algorithmic trading, you can also use Python, risk management, financial modeling. So you can see the libraries over here, the quantlib, the zipline, they support financial analysis. And you can also use, I think, Binance has this library. Binance has this API that you can use the Python request to query. You send your what do they call it again? You send your API key, and you get authenticated. You get information. You place your trades and all that. You can easily open a trade. You can easily close the trade, and you can also use Python to monitor the trade to know when it has gotten to your take profit or your stop loss. A lot of things you can do with Python in the field of forex, foreign exchange. So we also have cybersecurity. You can use Python to monitor your firewalls. Python is employed for developing security tools and scripts as well. Frameworks like Scapy are used for network analysis and penetration testing as well. So now, pros and cons of Python. The fact that I love Python a lot, there are also some downsides to being a Python developer. So, well, we start with the advantages. So, some advantages of Python includes readability and simplicity. Yes. The second one is versatility. We also have a large standard library. Then we have the community support. Python has a very large community of developers, a very large one. There is hardly any problem you are going to encounter as a Python developer if you are coming into the space as a newbie that someone else haven't encountered. So, and you have Stack Overflow, you have so many forums online where you can get information to find yourself anytime you get lost. So you can also get support from these communities as well. You can go to Discord, you have a lot of Python groups. If you go to Facebook, you have a lot of Python groups, even Twitter as well. You have a lot of people doing Python stuff. Go to Instagram, a lot of people are doing Python stuff that you can get support from. All right. We also have platform independence. We have the rich ecosystem and support for GUI programming. If you want to do GUI programming with Python, you can use tkinter. Yes, I used it extensively. So you can use tkinter, and there are some applications that will help you to convert your tkinter application into a Windows executable file. So you can also always use your tkinter application. You convert it to a Windows installer, then you run it as a Windows application. Even though it's not the best for Windows application, I will suggest you use C sharp also to create your Windows application. But if you want to do it in a Python environment, then you can also always use tkinter. Then the ease of learning as well. The ease of learning is one of the advantages. If I want to teach anybody programming, the first thing that comes to my mind is for you to go and learn Python first. So, well, that would be. We have so many other advantages, but I'll just limit it to the eight. Then the disadvantages. This is the part where that I don't like. The first one we want to talk about is performance. Now, compared to Java, Python is slow. Is slow in execution, and part of the reasons is because in the case of Java, you compile Java, you send the binaries to the computer to execute. In the case of Python, it is an interpreter that is executing your code. So obviously, Python will be slower because it is not the machine directly that is executing the code. It is an interpreter that is interpreting the code on the go. All right. So we have the second one is that it is not ideal for mobile development. We have some libraries. I think Kivy or key yeah Kivy. You use it for mobile development, but it has not been standardized, and there is no as at the point of recording this particular video, we've not had any major breakthroughs when it comes to mobile development with Python. So just dead the idea. So it also has limited capabilities in low intensive tasks. I think there should be a typo here. It should be in memory intensive tasks. If the tasks are tasks that has to do with memory in particular, I think C will be a better language to use, especially when you want to talk about memory management and all those things. C is a better language to use than Python. That is not a strength of Python at all. Another one is in the case of multi-threading. In if you want to do multi-threading, you have to. I think Java is better. Is way better than Python when it comes to multi-threading as well. Then when it comes to like the first one I explained, less speed in execution. So compared to some other programming languages like Java especially is faster than Python. So, well, I'm going to be closing the video by showing you a bit of organizations that use Python, top companies that use Python. We have Netflix, JP Morgan Chase, YouTube, Pandora, Bitbucket, Google, Uber. A lot of companies use Python extensively. So trust me, if you have any intentions of learning Python, well, it is a very, very good programming language to learn. There are so many things you can do with Python, and at least the fact that you have like top 10 of your favorite companies using Python extensively validates the creates the impression that Python is actually a modern day programming language. Okay, it's a programming language that is worthy of learning, at least if not for any other thing, for the fact that it is a versatile programming language. All right, so well, thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, drop your comments, and don't forget to like the video. If you have any questions, queries, you require additional information, please, the comment section is open. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye for now.